This video is sponsored by War Thunder. What is the fastest way to harvest silage bales in Farming Simulator 22? That's what we're going to find out here today. We have this entire grass field. Actually, the entire map is grass, but that's besides the point. We have the land that we own in our Billionaire series, and we're going to be timing ourselves mowing this with multiple configurations, and we are going to see which is the most efficient way to handle this field. The reason we're doing this is because there's been some discourse in the comments on my Billionaire series about what is the most effective method for harvesting this. Previously, we had been running a McCormick tractor right here. We were running this bad boy with a little mower and then a baler on the back. So we are going to replicate our original setup, the small setup. We are going to then also have our current setup that we upgraded to, the slightly controversial one. We had purchased this tractor right here with a much larger mower, about double the size, a windrow, and then a baler in the back. So quite the setup. The reason it was a little controversial is because the entire setup in total was about $420,000, which is actually more than if we would have just bought the Crone right here. So this thing mows at 10 meters wide. We mow at, I think, 7 point something meters wide. So just a little smaller is all, is what our setup is compared to this. But the big difference, and the reason I did not purchase this, is this strictly only mows. Now, it does have a little hitch back here where you can technically put something on it. So maybe you could mow and then bale with it. I don't know. But I wanted something that was able to do more than just mow, which is why we made the upgrade to this, because we can put this tractor on any pieces of equipment and be able to do the job. Planter, trailer, plow, cultivator, sprayer, it doesn't matter. We can do it with this piece of equipment. So now that you understand my theory behind everything, we are going to go ahead and test it out. So we could get the big M450 or a version of it that allows you to attach stuff to the back hitch, apparently. That is with that mower and wrapper hitch mod. And because we have it and because they're the same price and there doesn't seem to be any other difference, we will go ahead and pick up the modded version. We will go ahead and put GPS on it, making it now $395,000, still cheaper than our previous setup. And we will leave the engine in. I don't need to upgrade. I really don't feel that that's necessary. 549 horsepower. Insane. Absurd. Ridiculous. Let's try it. I'm just going to lease the item for 20,000. And now we will see just how fast the process is. Now, previously we would have mowed this and then we would have baled, because that is just how this this mower works. But we do have the ability to attach on the rear of it now, which we did not previously have. So if I can figure out how to change my working width or my working mode, I thought it was Control Y, but that is not working. Oh, it is. I just had to unfold first. So we got swath, left, right, wide. I think I'm going to do swath dropping. That should be drop it in the middle. And we will go ahead and put the baler right on the back of this. So we'll go ahead and lease that to throw it on the machine. But keep in mind, we were at about 400,000 and now we're about 500,000 on this complete investment. I have a stopwatch out and ready, and we are going to start. We've got the mower rolling. It is putting all of it into a swath that is capable for a baler to pick up, and we will see how long it takes us to bale this entire field with this setup. This is probably going to be the fastest setup. Our other setup is just a little bit smaller than this one. Whoopsies, the bale is already done. So this is going to be the fastest setup that we have. Also, if you have any issue with the fact that I mess up every once in a while and that's going to slow us down and that's a variable, it is a variable, but it is also a consistent variable. So there's that. You have to think about how the worker operates the machine, and sometimes the worker has to back up. All right. That's just the reality. If you guys enjoy this video and putting these sorts of things to the test to find the best way to do them in Farming Simulator, then let me know. We can continue to test these things together, kind of like, I don't know, Mythbusters style almost. I think it'd be kind of fun. Now see, down here we're having some turn-in problems, so this is where I should be sure to give myself enough room on a headland pass to be able to turn around quicker and easier. On our next pass down here, we will probably go ahead and do that. All right, this is where, remember I said I should give myself a headland pass, so we are going to do that, of course. I'm going to come right up to the side of the bale and swing ourselves just on the past of it. Now, I'm not going to change the GPS or anything. It was really unnecessary to do that, but getting these headland passes done will really help us out. I'm also going to go ahead and just pick my tool up here so I don't need to mow this anymore. One thing I don't like about this is it takes an absurd amount of time to drop the second mowers down. It drops the first mower and then like waits 5 seconds or so and drops the second mower. And for a machine, I mean, it's big, it's just kind of slow that way. Also, since we are running the baler, I could have probably upped the horsepower on this and gotten a better result. But my goodness, at 500 some horsepower, if this thing doesn't have enough power to mow and bale, 500 horsepower on this bad boy. I mean, it's a lot for, I mean, it is a big machine. It's big. It itself weighs a lot unnecessarily. Genuinely, like there is a question I have about the logistics of this machine because it is so incredibly large for just trying to mow, which is why I tend to stay away from it. But it doesn't mean it's bad. It might still be the fastest way to do it. We'll find out. How long do you think it is going to take us to complete this field with this setup? We're at 10 minutes and 22 seconds right now. So go ahead, give your thoughts. How long do you think it's going to take us? Put it in the comments down below. I wanted to run through this test, one, because I actually think it's a fun little idea for you guys to like give your ideas of what you think is the best way to do something in the comments, and then I can take what you say is like the best setup or way to do it or variation, whatever, and put it to the test against other people's ideas and see what actually pans out to be a good option. I really loved like Mythbusters as a show and when I was a kid, and I don't know how to explain this, but when I was a kid, I wanted my career to just be Mythbusters. I wanted to just be the Mythbusters. I wanted to have a show, and I wanted to just make stuff and see if it works. You know what I mean? It was such a fun deal. If you guys ever watch that show, you know what I'm talking about. If you have any ideas or tests or things that you want to, figure out in Farm Sim, go ahead and put them in the comments down below. We are getting very close to having this field done. We've got, or at least the big spot, we have a little shoot we'll have to do right over there. But so far, we've knocked out 60 bales darn near. It's been about 32 minutes, coming up on 32 minutes, 31:47 right now. But that's about how long it's been taking us to get this field done. Now, these two fields combined are 2.78 whatever, and 4.81. So that's about the size that they are. I understand it's a standard unit of measurement, hectare or whatever. I just hate it. I hate it. I hate it. No one uses it. And if you do use it, you own too much land, and that's my opinion. Okay, this is the last 2 passes that we have to make. We're going to finish it up here in just a moment. How much time do you think it has been? So far, 98 bales. We are going to get a 100 bale field off of this. We're going to be able to get a 100 bale average. This is very nice. Good news for us. And also good news, it's going to more or less just about be a field. A little more in a field, we might get a tiny bit more than 100 bales, 101, 102 maybe. Maybe just 101 and some scratch, but we're about to find out. Right there it is. This is going to be our 100th bale. So with this setup, we can do 100 bales in 52 minutes, 25 seconds. 52 minutes, 25 seconds. That's 100 bales. To complete this field, and I'm going to consider this complete, we're not doing that tiny little stretch there, then it now will take, we'll go all the way down to here where we've been doing, okay, 52:41. So to do this field and get 101 bales off of it, it took 52 minutes and 41 seconds to get 101 bales off of this piece of land. Of course, there was a little bit of stragglers here and there. We might have got 1 more bale total, but I doubt it. So now we have what should be, theoretically, the fastest time for you to get through all of this. The other side of the equation, though, is removing the bales. So we're going to have to pick that up in our next test. But first, let's swap out for our rig that we had recently bought in the most recent episode and see if it is more or less efficient than what we believe is the most efficient rig. This video is sponsored by War Thunder. War Thunder is the most comprehensive vehicle combat game ever made, and it's available now for free on PC and on console. Take command of over 2,500 tanks, planes, helicopters, and ships, ranging from biplanes and armored cars of the 1920s to the fighter jets and main battle tanks of today. War Thunder has one of the most sophisticated vehicle damage models in gaming. Every vehicle is intricately modeled down to its individual components, like engines, fuel tanks, weapons, and crew, all of which can get damaged or disabled by enemy fire. In X-ray view, you'll see precisely where the shell penetrated and what ultimately led to the destruction of that vehicle. Join a worldwide community of over 70 million players in epic PvP battles and delve into the breathtaking experience that is War Thunder. With an unmatched wealth of high-quality content to discover, there is simply no game better suited for fans of military history. So what are you waiting for? Pick it up for free using the link in the description down below or in the pinned comment. By using that link, new players will get 100,000 Silver Lions, 7 days of premium account access, 3 premium vehicles in the bonus pack, the exclusive vehicle decorator Eagle of Valor. Oh, and did I mention, if you're a returning player that hasn't played the game in 6 months, then you will also receive this massive bonus pack along with everyone else. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm clicking the link down there, and I'll see you in War Thunder. I'm going to try and get it as correct as I can. I believe it was the 435 horsepower with the GPS. So that's $349,000 to acquire that. We're just going to lease it for our purpose of our test here. That's the entire setup. This is the bulkiest of the setups, and that could mean it actually is slower because of how large it is and how cumbersome it is to drive around. But one thing that I think we're going to notice is this is actually going to mow faster than what our other test mowed at. Now, I don't know if that would have changed if I would have increased the horsepower. I feel as though that thing already had an absurd amount of horsepower as is, but maybe, you know, more never hurts, I guess. So if we should have probably increased it, but oh well. We are just, whoops, I picked up the mower. Hold on, that's a me problem. That's a my mistake. Okay, now everything is ready to go. We just need to make sure we own the land. So let's go ahead. This is the piece we're going to do. This is the piece we're going to do. Everything is set. Everything is ready. Let's begin now. All right. Crew set. It's moving forward. We'll have to keep an eye on the baler. And, you know, this is going to put out a bale every once in a while. We got 101, 102-ish bales last time. So we're aiming to try and get about the same bale count. As long as we get the same bale count, we know we covered roughly the same amount of area with the same amount of yield. Of course, yield might vary, although it should be fairly constant. We have these fields maxed out. So tried to take that variable away as best as I could. And we are already producing our very first bale. So it's very simple. We're going to go down and back through this field that we've done a billion times before. I'm probably going to cut my headland down there so I have room to turn around, probably 2 or 3 passes, maybe with this one 3. And we are going to see how long it takes for us to get this entire area completed. I'm going to go ahead and time-lapse our progression on this one so you guys can see how long it takes. So we've got 1:05 on the clock, and we'll see what we're at when we're done. All right, y'all, the time has come. We have just completed the entire field. Hopefully that was a good time lapse for you. And I don't know how long it's been yet. We're on our 99th. Now make it 100 bales, which is the same as what we had last time. Last time we had like 101. I took a little more on the edge down there last time than I did this time. So if I wanted to, I could go around and clean that up, get one more bale. It doesn't really matter to me. The whole field is done. That's what matters to me. So if I had just picked up that piece down there that I said I didn't touch, we would have had 101 bales, and we would be dumping it right about now. And if that's the case, we would be at 1 hour. So we were just under an hour. We were at like 59 something, and me stalling there at just that tiny bit at the end did put us at 1 hour exactly, compared to when it took about 50, well, it was close to 53 minutes. It was about 53 minutes with the first test, about an hour here on this test. So not a huge difference really. But now we have to test the most painful part of all of this. We need to see how slow our original setup was. So we are going to make the tractor smaller. We're going to make the mower half the size, and we are going to do a different baler with no windrower. We'll see if that is any slower. I'm sure it will be, and I'm not looking forward to it. But there you have it. 100 bales, 1 hour. Previously, 100 bales in 53 minutes. Let's see what the next test is. And now we are on to the test of the smaller all-in-one unit. This is what we were using previously, with small mower on the front, a McCormick tractor, and then we might have had the Fendt, but they're the same thing as the Massey Ferguson. It's literally the same. So this is what we're going to try and use here. We're going to see how long it takes compared to the other runs. And then we are also going to... Oh, this only goes up to 150 centimeters. Does that really only go up to 150? We were doing a different bale size on the others, so we're going to end up with more bales, but the same amount of product. Let me just make sure the Fendt is the same. Okay, so it doesn't matter there. We were making larger bales with this other one. So small deviation. This makes smaller bales. I should have checked that. I could have made this bale size, but that is not the end of the world. Because what we are more focused on is the time. All right, y'all, it is time to begin our third test. This is with the McCormick, the small, like half the size on the mower. By the way, if you wanted to know, the mower for this one is about $15,000 on that. The baler was, what did we see it here? About 85,000, or yeah, call it 85,000, whatever. And well, our tractor was near 300,000 by the time it was all said and done. We might have had that tractor or this tractor. I think we actually probably owned this tractor. I think I probably bought the wrong one. Yes, I did. Let me make that fix. This is not the correct tractor for the test. This is the one I meant to get. That makes a lot more sense. There we go. This looks better. So now we have the McCormick correct. Let's get this test going. 3, 2, 1, and go. Okay, so I hit both the stop and the cruise control at the same time. So the stopwatch is going, and we are baling with this tiny little unit. Boy, I tell you, if the past ones were any sign, this is going to hurt. I can't believe I've done so many mowing sessions with this exact setup. The fact that I have gone through the pain and suffering of this so many times is a little sad. I'm glad that we definitely have the larger setup, because I'm sure we're going to see, no matter what larger setup we got, it's going to be a lot faster than this. We still have all of the other saves as well. What we're going to do is just run the bale moving portion on one of the fields that we baled, and then we're going to use that time for what it takes to move all of the fields. Okay, so this is an interesting one. I was expecting to do a skip a row, but that was not going to work. I'm going to feel spoiled after using the other ones, though. Hooey! 100 bale average on this field is what we've been getting. Are we going to get 130? 150? What's it going to be? Oh, all right, y'all. We are 3, almost 4 minutes over any of our previous longest runs. And we are, I would say, almost kind of sort of, we're like halfway. We're like a good kind of sort of almost there to halfway. We're not quite halfway. We're close-ish to halfway. When I told you my soul was gonna hurt, I did not realize it was gonna hurt this badly. But this is gonna be a 2+ hour job. This is gonna be 2.5, yeah, 210 to 220 hour job here. We're currently at 1 hour, 4 minutes, and 15 seconds. So there you have it, 68 bales so far. Remember, these bales are smaller in size than the other bales we were making, so we're probably gonna have more bales. The fields, their conditions are the exact same though. All of these fields have the exact same conditions and should theoretically yield near the exact same yield. So we're just getting the same amount but in more bales. Make sense? All right. Test is going good. Otherwise, we've been doing well. I got hit by a train a second ago. Other than that, it's been pretty smooth, you know? It's definitely slower. Not only literally slower, as we can only go, how fast? 11? We were going like 14 or so last time. But it's slower in the sense that we are covering half the space that we were previously. If you guys could do me a favor and like and subscribe this video, it would mean a lot to me. I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, also, we did hit 300,000 subscribers very recently. I want to say thank you guys for that. At the time I'm recording this, we hit it like in the middle of the night. I woke up to it. So thank you guys. It's really cool. I don't like talking about the numbers because it's not really why I'm here. I'm here to play Farming Sim and have fun and make videos that you enjoy. That's what I care about. But it is really cool to know that you guys are enjoying the videos and we've built up the community we have. Farming Simulator has been an amazing community and I appreciate you guys a lot. You've changed my life and allowed me to do something that I dreamt of. It was it's been my dream job since I was a kid, and it means a lot. I really don't ever say that enough, so thank you. But yeah, let's go sit here for another hour. Bye. I'll see you in a second. Okay. Are you excited? I'm excited. I'm so excited. We're almost done, y'all. We got like another pass and a half because it's not going to complete it in this next one, sadly. I don't know how long it's been quite yet. I'm a little afraid to find out, but we'll see. All right, this is going to be our last pass right here to finish it up. We've got 137 bales. We'll get another one out of this most likely. 138, what we'll be sitting at. I've left a little bit of a minefield out there on the road, but it's okay. People just have to swerve around the bales. Somebody call the authorities. There's a bunch of large marshmallows in the road. Not quite a full bale off that, but I'm going to go ahead and call that the spot right there. 2 hours, 10 minutes, 26 seconds. 2 hours and 10 minutes to get this job done. Holy. So we're definitely not moving the bales on this one. Let's move the bales on the other one. And this does have more bales, so it would technically probably take a little longer to move the bales, but that's fine. We're just going to let that be as it is because I'm only moving the bales once. Sorry. There you have it, though. 138 bales. 2 hours, 10 minutes on the clock. Surely, oh man, I'm gonna have to do this again. All right, wish me luck. Okay, we have been doing this for quite a while, but it is time to begin the test of the standard method of doing it. The real life way, well, I don't really know about silage bales specifically, but bales, how you would get them. So in real life, we would need to go through and mow. We would then go through and windrow, and we would then go through and bale. You can TED, people can use these, but in most situations, in my experience, you'd never really use these. I don't know anyone who actually does. I've seen them be used, but I don't actually know anyone who uses them, and the game doesn't allow us to get hay without using them. So for this test, we'll be using the grass and silage. We'll make silage bales with one of these balers. So for the very first test here, I do want to run without the collector because I don't exactly know what the collector does. I assume it'll windrow for us, which we didn't buy the windrow. Whoopsies. But if that's the case, I actually really like that mower a lot. All right, moment of truth. We're gonna get the front mower set up. Get the back mower set up. We'll set our GPS up to the back. And we'll see just how long this will take. I don't really know. Stopwatch is ready. 3, 2, 1, begin. All right. Well, I'm going to cry. Now, you have to mind that this test, we are going to actually be windrowing these. Now, usually you would like to do a headland pass around. I will do that in some regard, but I'm starting out by creating a straight down and back. Now in real life, when you are mowing so that it is easiest to rake, and then when you're raking so that it is easiest to bale. And when you're baling, hopefully they're the easiest that they can be to move, right? So you try to avoid setting a bale where it's going to roll and cause a problem, or you try to avoid raking your windrow in a way that it's going to conflict with any hills or whatever might be around, and same as the mowing. Now for this sake, the most efficient thing that we could probably do is go down and back as much as possible. I still think we will have a nice sized headland going around the sides. So what I'm going to do is just bring this right up to the edge. That picked up my front mower. We'll leave the mower down. It's fine. I'm going to sneak back over, and we're going to do a couple passes, kind of headland style around here. But then through here, because this area already causes me problems whenever I'm trying to bale this up, I'm going to go ahead and give us a headland going through here. And I think I do see how that collector would work. I'm pretty sure it would collect the bits that are going on the side and bring them into that center with that other windrow, which would have been nice, but I'm not going to complain. We're just going to line up here. Not perfect. I should have continued my headland over, but this should be just about as far over as I'm going to go. It's more or less as far over as we went on the other ones. There we go. Spin out of it. And now We're just going to go down here, turn around, and on this next pass, we'll get the headland facing the other direction. So at this point in time, this might be one of the most efficient ways to mow. Is this going to work better? And now, granted, we are using very large equipment, the biggest that I could get. So that is a pretty big advantage. But we were using very large equipment in some of the other tests as well. So I think it's completely fair, especially seeing how there are more steps to this. But at this time, we're like 3 minutes and 20 seconds in. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good start. Okay, finishing it up here. This is the mowing portion done. Going to be moving on to windrowing next. And boom, it took us 24:59 to get all of the mowing done. 24 minutes and 59 seconds, so 25 minutes. Let's get all this turned off and folded up so we may continue on to the next task. That's going to be with the windrower. So let's just keep moving on this test since we're still on the clock. Again, real world test. The time it takes for us to switch between implements is something that we need to have taken account. So we're not stopping the clock, though I am trying to move as efficient as I can. Though, you know, real world tests, people will make mistakes and click buttons and do thingies and stuff. Sometimes thingies and stuff are just not avoidable. I'm going to keep the width from our mower, even though this extends wider just by a tiny little fraction there. But this will keep us more on course with how we mowed it. Unfortunately, we have to do this much slower than we had to mow. This is going to take a while. Well, you know the drill. I'll see you here in a second. Okay, we are 1 hour and 1 minute into windrowing here. Holy cow. And for those of you wondering, it took us 36, about 37 minutes to do the windrowing. So it did take longer than mowing, but we now have to switch over to the baler and do the baling portion as I knock my windrow over. Whoopsies. So we're going to get hooked up to the baler, and this should be the final step. Getting the bales, we should have maybe question mark around 100 something bales, ballpark. More than that, maybe like 130. Yeah, because this only goes up to 150 on the size. So we are going to have a couple more like we had with the test with the small unit, but that is not the end of the world. We just line up to these very big windrows for this baler. Oh boy. Okay. I'm ready to roll. We have the timer ready for the baling, so let's just go ahead and begin. Oh, it doesn't take very long to fill up. Oh no. Oh, I also well, this works because it keeps me on the center, but I'm still using the mower's GPS. Well, hey, you know what? If that comes back to bite me at some point, we'll change it. But right now, right now, it's okay. It favors one side a wee bit, but I'll take it, brother. We dropped so many bales so fast that I'm. Whoa! I gotta go. Whoa! Wait! I got a bale after a bale, brother. I've never had to wait on myself before. This is gonna be a wild ride. Holy. Got another bale for you. Eat it up. There you go. Enjoy. Beep. And we continue. What a process.
melting world in motion. You were there to take it all. You poured it out into the ocean, 'cause you can't keep it when I fall. Yeah, when I fall.
Okay, so here's the deal. Field is pretty much all baled, and I'm going to go ahead and stop the clock. Now, that took just about 2 hours in total, 1 hour, 59 minutes, 23 seconds on the clock for doing it this way. We have yet to add the time it takes to move all the bales. Now, we got 138 bales because of the bale size of this. We're probably going to do the test with the 100 bale save. So it's going to be a little different, but we're just going to make that the average bale time. Also, we won't bale for when we test the collector here. We will just... I'm sorry, the collector's on this one. When we test the collector here, we will just compare it to the time that this one got. So... a couple more things for us to test. So if you want to see me expand this test even further to include the baling time and that collector, make sure you do like and subscribe, and we will make a small part 2 to this video where we expand it even further and we include your input in the comments of what you think we could have done differently. All right, y'all, we are going to move on to moving bales. We're here with 101 bales to move, apparently. They gotta all go into a storage barn. I'm gonna stick right here. This is where we have our barn, more or less, give or take just a little bit. I'm gonna move it over this way just a hair more so it's a little easier, but it doesn't really matter. That's where our barn is, more or less, in the Billionaire series. So I'm gonna just stick it there for this sake. Once all the bales are put into the barn, then we can consider them all moved. We do need a little bit more equipment to complete this job. We have an automatic bale loading trailer right here. This is what we have been using on our series. This is what we're going to use for this test. Remember, the time for this test is the same time we're going to give to all of the tests. So this just gives us kind of a additional number to throw in for how long this project really will take. To start, we will end, we'll go down to the very end and work our way kind of back towards the bale shed here. So I'm going to go all the way down here, and we'll get started once we're in the position. And begin. All right, so we're going to get the first bale, second bale, third bale. The thing switches over. We can haul, I think, up to about 24. I'll have to double check that, but I'm pretty sure it's up to around 24 bales on this trailer. So we've got about 100. We can get, let's call it 25 on here, even though that's not real. So we know it'll take us approximately 4 trips, maybe just over 4 trips, 5 trips, let's call it, to get all of these out of here. I can tell you we are 40 seconds in, and we've so far got 3 bales. If I can back up and get this soon enough, then we're moving pretty quick here. I'm hoping we can get this full 3 set filled on this last piece and try to get another 3. No, we're not going to. So we can get 9, is that? 3, 6, 9, yeah. So we can get 9 bales in about a minute. That's about the rate that we were working on right there. But this is what I'm going to do. Head down and back. I wish there were some bales in here, but the thing's transitioning, so it's fine. Didn't really kill that much time. And this makes moving bales way faster than if you use a trailer and try to stack them and use a front loader. It can be very fun to do that. It's a good time. It's an enjoyable time if it's something that you feel like doing. But if you're just doing a lot of grinding, you might not feel like doing that. You know, automatic bale loaders. These are nice. But as we go through getting our bales done here, let's go ahead and recap the times on how long it's taken to mow and bale these. With the Big M mower and the baler directly attached to that, we are able to move at a rate of about 53 minutes. We're able to get this field done. It was 52.49, 52 minutes and 41 seconds. Then we went on to this tractor here, but the big mower on the front, the like the windrower rake thing, and then the baler on the rear. It was a big cumbersome unit. That unit ran in 1 hour and 12 seconds. It was actually probably just under an hour. Realistically, I was a little slow pushing the button on that one, but that gives us an idea of what that one ran. And then the slowest one, which is what we used for the longest time and we've recently replaced, that was, of course, the McCormick with the small mower. And really the biggest variables were that we had a small mower. It's about as simple as that. So that one took 2 hours and 10 minutes and 26 seconds, right? So that's where we're at. That's how we're looking. So far, I'm pretty happy with these results. They're about how I expected. I expected our unit to work a little faster than it did, but it's still faster than what we were doing. So definitely not going to complain. Why am I not able to get you to unload? Is it because I put that thing up? What is happening? Forget it. We're not doing the bale moving. Oh, now it unloads. Why did that get changed? What? Well, forget it. Like I said, I'm not doing this part of the test now. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you like and subscribe. If you want to see more, then I'll try to do it when I have the sanity. But right now, I need to step away. Quick shout out to War Thunder again for sponsoring today's video. Make sure to check out War Thunder, out now, free on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. Receive this massive bonus pack using the link in the description down below.